Does it look like I'm sometimes confused, often confused, or never confused? If you had said I look like I seem to be never confused, you're absolutely wrong. I feel to be always confused. Only in front of you guys, because I basically know where I am in my stuff, but transmit it over to everybody else. It's confusing. It's because it changes all the time with every movement you make. Anytime you touch the work, okay, something new always is giving birth. There's always something new. It's like a pregnancy every second. You know what I'm saying? Like this one over here that I'm doing is on the Apple. You know, since Steve Jobs, and thank God nobody loses their job, and one is gone, and many prosper because things will get spread about. Steve Jobs actually went on to do some moon work and moonwalking because, as you know, if you know Mr. Tackpens, in my belief, the moon is an iPod, and I believe it was Steve Jobs who created it down here, and God used it up there in his moons so he can connect better with the outer planets and Earth and the angels and us through the matrix mainstream of the gates of heaven, the way you guys know it. The strings inside a pumpkin, palm oil, a pumpkin. When you say it, if a French person hears palm, right away he thinks apple, but it's a pumpkin. It's an orange apple. Pretty weird, eh? And they got all those lines. It looks all like our worlds, but it's not. And then you see how strong it is. It's actually, if you take a look at that pumpkin, okay, look at the seed. The pumpkin grows one way, but the seed looks another. So what I came up with was this picture here. It's a heart. I removed the top of the heart and turned it into a little bit of an eye. And I'm looking, and when I made the hat of the owl, I said, oh my God, the pumpkin just, boom, flashed in my eyes. So now, the thing about the pumpkin is, pumping heart, pumpkin, pumping heart. Isn't that what it looks like in the pumpkin? All those strands and vessels inside, like a squash. Everything's just squashed inside. We're like a sausage. We just filled up the package. You ever see Mr. Potato Head? Everything's up his butt. Just open up his butt. You can get a couple of legs, 2 eyes, an ear, a nose. He's got, you know, I think he's got like orange ears. I'm not sure. But he's got blue boots. And Cinderella and Belle Canada. Belle's the way to go. If something's going to happen in this world, okay, I've been on this for about 6 years now. I've been saying the same thing to myself. I don't know if I ever told anybody, but underground is the way to go. Bell landlines. They used it in the Matrix. It only makes sense that Obama is blowing up things under the ground. So I think the way to go is like all under the ground. One thing I do want to show you, I don't know if I didn't do it on Facebook, but I did it on YouTube, but nobody watches me anyway, so I can do this again, even if I did it once. What I do want to tell you, okay, is the specialty in this card, okay? They're all diamonds. You can't tell which way they are. That means the center row here automatically is even for both, and there is no center row in 10. But is there a center row? If you hold it up this way, there's a center row. There's 4 on the top and 4 on the bottom is 8. One in the middle they call Jupiter is 9. You got the 9 planets. Okay, because of this card that it's two-faced, the ace, okay, has an added value of 5. Now, I lost me on the screen. The ace has an added value of 5. The 3 card has an added value of 5. The 5 card has an added value of 5. The 8 card has an added value of 16. The 9 card has an added value of 5. This is only counting the 3 levels. I'm not overlapping anything in this count. The total extra value in the diamond is 52. That means there's 52 extra points in a diamond suit than any other suits. In all the other suits, I never really added it up one for one. But anyways, 52 is the number of heart, H-E-A-R-T. All the letter count is 52. 25 the other way means 1/4, which is 1 suit. I'm only talking about 1 suit here anyways. They're all 1/4s. But did you know what happens if you multiply 2 quarters? You get 625. So you multiply it by 25 to get 625, and the man counts, or the Maya, 25,625. It's all in there. I've done the whole count. It's all there. It all makes sense. It all comes up where it's supposed to come up. I mean, I just don't know that much, but for what I put together, I mean, it's all there. Anyways, what I want to tell you is these images here, the total images on all the cards, okay, is a total of, let me see if I can get it and show you, is 202 per suit. 202 per suit, trivial per suit, 2 per suit. The total in the cards is 808 in the 4 suits. Okay? Now what I want to show you, if I don't lose the card, where did I put the card? I don't see the card. Please, you see, in a deck there's 2 jokers, right? What about this card? Manufacturer, announcements, you know? What about this card? It's the Joker, okay? But let me show you one thing about this Joker. Look at the stone. 808. Do you think this company actually knows what they did by writing 808? Why don't you call them up? This is the bicycle company, okay, as you can see. Oh, there's other things in there, but I'm not going to mention them because they're really parts of my own, okay? Certain things just don't seem to be the way they are. And look, you got USA all in one letter, so I guess they did it purposely to mark USA, all tangled up in that S spirit ring around the collar, the dog collar, because we live in the dog pound. That's right. We live in God's world, but we're on the other side, so it's backwards. It's dog. So it's dog and the pound key of the 9 lives of the cat, of the 6.66 billion people that are supposed to be here before it all gets divided between the 9 lives. And if you divide it by the 9 lives, you get 7.4 or 74. But it doesn't matter because 74, I think, is an 80 or 90 pound dog, years to man's age. It's also the number of Jesus. It's also the 4 corners of God. 28 makes the perfect month for the female. February month, 7 months, 31 days, 4 months, 30 days, the 1 month for the female. Whichever way you want to go, 7 and 4. Multiply things by 4 and 8. There's different reasons for multiplying. 6 sides of the dice. Okay, that's one reason for multiplying. 9 lives of the cat, another reason for multiplying. Take away the center corner that always connects the center dot. That would be right here. Just take that away because, I mean, before anything happened, the only thing that was out there was AC/DC. That was it. That's where they came up with the game in between. Because Alpha and Beta, they called AC/DC, they called the game in between, and they were, and God was making babies in between. The other game you want to know. You think I'm joking with you? It's all a joke, man. Isn't this the carnival land, the correctional center for man? Aren't we supposed to have fun? So let's have fun with my definitions, because I believe my definitions are actually continuous of the reality, of the truth that no one else sees, but I designed it myself, just like I designed the picture in the back, Mr. Tack Pants, and everything else that just fell on the floor. Oh, boy. Wow, 1111, it's rare that I ever see that number. It's cool, man. 3 more years. You know what's really cool, Mr. Tack Pants and me? We have birthdays, both together, in the new year, 5775. His birthday, okay, because his birthday is 3 days. His birthday falls on the Yom Kippur, and my birthday falls on Rosh Hashanah in 5775. I'm going to be 52 years old. The heart, 52 again. I'm going to be 52. The game of the heart. I showed you that seagull heart split apart, looked like a pumpkin. Do I have to back up some pages? Nah. You really want to go see me, go on Facebook. Yes, they say I'm a wonder. I'm just a wonderful person. Yeah, there it is, before I go. 3 over 5, 5 over 3, then it could be 3x3. But regardless of what that is, the reflection says 3553, okay? Or it's the X. When it comes together, it creates the X. We'll leave the 3 on the outside, putting 33 for Jesus Christ, command and create. That's my biggest word in the world. If they're going to use the alphabet for credit cards and use CC, I'm going to tell you if CC is taking something away from you, I'm going to tell you why it's taking it away from you. Because God is commanding and God is creating, and it takes a lot of energy, and you've got to give him a lot of love, okay? He wants to do it, not only for him, it's his survival. But if you kill his reason, if you kill God's reason, we all die. So regardless if there is a God or there isn't a God, you can be an atheist. But if you start having a lot of bad atheists that don't care and don't believe in anything, you see, it's the belief that stops us from exploding the whole entire world. We're coming back. Are we coming back? Will we come back? It's the last minutes of your life when you start to realize, and then some never realize. So God has to say, yeah, they didn't know, I have to send them back anyways. They wouldn't know the difference. Others, they'll show you heaven, then they'll send you back here. And you'll get it all in Revelations. You'll be on the earth. Oh, look at that coincidence. Oh, I thought I was there before. Of course, you were a bad person when you were in your first life, and they made you see something twice just to bug you up, just to make you revelate, to think a little bit about the past. Or maybe there is a past, or there was a past. But there was nothing before. Do you know why? Because there's always something before. That's why the vitamin D pill, B4, doesn't exist. And if it does, they just started making it in the last couple of years because of my vocabulary. Anything that happened before didn't happen by man. So their B4 vitamin could not exist. You see my little, where's my little monster here? You see my little monster here, right here? You see his teeth? Right here, his teeth, his eyes, his green head. Everything distorts. I try to get everything to distort, so I hope you're getting this all distorted too. Then you see the bluebird in the middle right here with the yellow eye. You see the yellow eye and his beak like a fish? It also looks like a treasure chest. Any chest will do, right? No way. No way. I always need a good cushion. How do I light up this cigarette? You know, it's been a long time since I did anything live on Facebook with my face looking like this. You gotta understand, I'm going through phases, you know. I've got to follow the system of the book. If I don't follow the system of the book and I don't feel like I'm in the book, then me and the book won't be together and nothing will make any sense. Oh, I hear you giggling in the background. It don't make any sense anyway. You're right, I haven't made a penny. But sense is all I have. Sensibility and sense of good taste and good honor, good judgment. Well, I'm not here to judge. But I'm going to have to. The only judging I'm going to do is going to be whether or not I make this decision or that decision. The judgment will never be against anybody. Everybody's going to judge himself, just like in Moses, man. The last commandment was reversed. You don't have to be judged by anybody here. You're being judged. You judge yourself. Every time you know you're right, you're wrong. You right, I right. I wrong, I right. Anyways, I don't know if you heard in the last video, okay, but the French and the English, they were together at a party, and they were like a bunch of clowns. I said, boy, they're not clowns. One guy said I, the Frenchman said E, the Englishman said I, the Frenchman said E, and I go, E-I-E-I-E-I-E-I-E-I, E-I-E-I-E-I-E-I. Fucking monkeys. E-I-E-I-E. Monkeys. Monkey see, monkey do. The E-I to E-I. Just like in French, you go to G-I to J-I. The king is a jack. You see, that's why the reason for 39 is 4 kings make 52. But only man actually, in totality, he could, but he can't. You see, man has the added spirit inside of him, so he can be all 4 kings because he has to be like the 4 kings to do like the king, so that he can come back into a new life through his spirit, so that he has to be part of the king. So there's 4 kings, 4 13 cards, make a total of 52. But man is actually, okay, king and jack in one sensibility, because we are the jacks who are the kings of this earth. So anyways, King Jack is a 24-letter count. 2 times 4 is 8 to heaven. 2 plus 4 is 6 to man. keeping it at basics. King, queen, because king is actually the queen, because there are no queens. What happens with them is the 12th card and the 13th card, and now you're sure you have 1/4 suit with them together. Now, the 1/4 suit with the jack together, okay, you need the ace. Well, the ace jack will make 25 in cards, especially when you're playing poker. The jack gets an 11 count and beats a 10. So, excuse me. So now you know one of the reasons possibly for blackjack. A reason for poker is pretty easy. Go look up on the CB 10-5. Tell me what it says. Try and find highways 10, 5, 105, anything to do with that. You know they're going north-south right away. It's got a 5 in it, okay? You know it's a collector, okay, because it's a highway 5, so it can probably be on the west side, on a bank or something. But don't take into effect the highways that are out here, because I'm generalizing based on the numbers of where everything is. Let's say 55, 65, Highway 5, that would be on the west coast going north and south near California. Anyways, time is running low, and I don't want to mix you up with the life of a seagull. And, well, because it does look like a seagull, doesn't it? If I really take it down, it's a seagull. Or it's a bat. But right now I'm not playing no ball, so I gotta go. Take care.